Yes.
Oh boy, oh boy. There we go.
Yes.
I can hear myself.
Start
Yes.
the game already.
Let's go. Oh, what a mess this is. So unfortunately we missed game 1, so RoD won the first one, and in this now we're getting game 2. This is Shadow Hydra German versus RoD. This we're playing on islands, I think it is, large islands. On the top side we got Mambu with Phoenician. Both teams are Phoenician actually, that's pretty interesting from the team of RoD, so let's see how that goes. You can see RoD Mambu getting kind of an interesting placement. Very clean island, unfortunately. Like not much forest to work on the top side. All of his forests are on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4 forests and a 5th one on the back. So not much food either, I would say. Just some berries and an elephant. Not even gazelle, so definitely not a good map. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. No problem, Ogju. Ok, you're cool, no problem. Sorry that I was a bit late. On the left side, we got Lucky, starting off with some cranberries as well, so not as good as map as I would like it to see for the team RoD this time. It seems like he has a close forest that he can easily work around. Some berries on the back and even some elephant, but look at this, how clean this island looks. It seems he's not gonna have a lot of food sources. He's got some shorefish on this side, but it's gonna take him some time to get in there, so he's probably gonna try to go for water. It's worth mentioning both players are Phoenicians, so they might get some interesting bonus going on in the water, considering that they collect the wood a lot faster. On the left side, we got on the bottom side at almost axis, we got Genie with a Morse. I think they're gonna call Re. Yep, they're gonna call Re. Interesting that is what one Frizzle calling it, considering that these two players didn't have a good map. So I don't know what made him to get this decision. Maybe looking at Frizzle Island, it looked like he lacks a lot of food as well. He only has 1 elephant and some berries on the top side. I think that scared him enough to go for a restart. So it's interesting because I would say that Shadow Hydra had a better maps than RoD, but that's my opinion. And considering that they already lost, it's normal for them to wanting the best maps. 2 Phoenicians as well. Yeah, that's something interesting. However, they had Carthaginian and Roman. Like both civilizations are just as good in water, even when it's no direct bonus. Like 50 plus resources for Carthaginian and cheaper building for Romans. I would say it's kind of good. Not as good as Phoenician probably, or dedicated water cities like Hittite or Yamato, but still good. Oy. Qué horrible que se perdió el primer juego, fíjate. Duraron un buen porque empezaron a las 9. Y apenas lo habían acabado. Así que 40 minutos de juego creo que es bastante chido. Phoenicians or Mini or even Greek, yeah. Yamato ships are very strong as well. Okay, so they're gonna change the server to somewhere else. Let's see how it goes for them. Persia is also a good option. Well, it's a good option, but later in the game, like Persian triremes are very good. So we move to Southeast Asia. Hopefully I don't get lag issues in there. Which I hope not. Okay. Let's wait for one more player and we're good to go.
Start the game already.
Start.
Yes.
We are live now. Game 2, everyone. Hopefully it's not islands. We get something more active. And we are live with the Battle Royale, everyone. We're playing now. I think this is Narrows? Rivers, almost. Starting off, we got lucky on the top side at 12 as Roman. Romans are going to pay off much more in here now that he's got... Well, he's got kind of a clean island as well. This kind of hard gazelles to lure at. 2 elephants. Some berries to work here around, but his map is very open. Like, he just got this one forest to work around. A small crossing that he can easily wall off. And you can see he has got plenty of elephant. He just has to find them. But the openness of this map is gonna give him a hard time walling. Maybe walling this crossing and just this part in between. But he's gonna need a lot of exploration to find everything out. So I would say like a 6 out of 10 map. Not the best position to start with, due to the exploration he's got to do. On the right side we got Mambu, with his starting off with some berries as well. Some easily lurable gazelles are already being lured in, as you can see. A few stragglers that I think he can work around. He's Greek, but he's gonna be able to work it out just fine, I think. Just getting 2 or 3 people in here, 3 or 4 people in here should be enough. About the map, we can see... I think this is too fast. Let's see. Okay, no, this is just enough. We can see he's also kind of has a kind of a clean island. He's got his golds and his stones all cramped in here, so it's very troublesome considering that they're accessible to the enemy, and he's Greek, so when the time comes to getting cavalry or hoplites, he's gonna have to mine from here. He has a gold here as well, but it's gonna take him some time to find it out. So this is gonna be his main source for the time being. Pretty interesting. He just got one crossing. No, he got two crossings. Two crossings to both of his enemies. So both enemies have access to Mambu's island, which is kind of troublesome for him. So let's see if that's gonna pay out later on. On the bottom side, we can see Genie already handling his gazelle being lured out. 4 people on wood. Look like this is a strong start for Genie. On the map, we can see he's got more forest on the back. Plenty of forest, I would say. Some hidden elephants in there in between this forest. And that's kind of it. He's got some berries on the top, but look at this. Look at all this space. I can have a whole screen almost of nothingness in here. He's got plenty of some wood on the right side, some gazelles. And I think no more natural food. His advantage is that he's only got one crossing in this side, so that can be accessible for Mambu. Can be easily being walled off from here or even any of this position from the forest. But I mean, again, these maps are kind of okay, like 6 or 7. No one is getting something very spectacular, I would say. On the left side, we got first of all a shank. The last but not least, you can see he's getting a good pet in here, getting some one or two shortfish in here, and having access to this wood. It's a pretty good pet in my opinion. He started off with some berries, already luring an elephant from 2 he got here, and gazelles already been completely lured. He has 2 golds on his back, and he has clean access to the shore, to the crossings that we can see. It's a good crossing to the enemy, pretty far to the enemy, but it's still a crossing to the enemy. And we can see first it's already going tool. So I took a lot of time explaining because it's 6 minutes in, and Shang as tools are getting a very good advantage. Let's see how it's gonna advance later on. It's Genie also tooling as well. Let's see how they're doing on Lucky sides. Lucky still not luring 22 population. Hope he doesn't get too greedy on the villager count. He still has 2 more queues, so he's probably thinking of going bronze. He has 3 elephants, so he probably thinks that's the best decision. He now just clicks with 23, so it's kind of probably a bronze play, which might work out because he's on the very back. And Genie on this side, same with Mambu. Mambu moving on, 23 population as well, and he's probably trying to go 23 builds, like some sort of fast bronze movement. But Genie's already here with high tide barracks, and he's already pushing almost halfway to tools. So Mambu kind of underestimating Genie position right now. Genie probably doing a baiting right here, moving in front of them just for them to be chasing him. Like you can see, we can see 3 villagers just chasing him around while the barracks are still probably making clubmen. We can see 2 clubmen being queued up. Very nice distraction he's getting with this villager. A bone going in, but he's not gonna be down for a while, and the first clubman is coming out. So now this is time for payback with this club. And Genie and Frizzle, both players are tool. We can see his tool as well. Frizzle is going tool, and he's putting a stable already in the face of Mambu, of Lucky. I don't know if he knows that he has found out this place. Like maybe, probably not. But he's getting ready to get some invasion going on. On the left side, we can still see Genie moving up with his clubman, switching off to the ranges, which is kind of normal considering high tides. The high tide players are very strong. High tide bowmen are very strong for rushes, and this clubman with armor poses enough of a threat for him to be just chasing around these villagers. So what's the plan for Mambu? Mambu almost too late, so still stuck for a while, unfortunately, and he needs to. They're kind of kissing. He needs to get some defense going. I don't think he has more food sources right now. These were his main food sources, and they have been all distracted. So no more tool going, no more fronts going on. We can see a stable going on his side. Attack and armor and cavalry armor and attack armor coming as well. 2 scouts coming on this side. We completely missed it. It looks like Lucky is going for the slinger count in here. He's already got 4 slingers out against 2 cavalries. Kind of troublesome position. We can see Well, everyone is just going for the tool aggression, as you can see. Very nice placement. This is linger count is not enough just yet to get some kills on these scouts. But if he let them mass, he's not gonna be able to defend himself like that, unfortunately. But he's kind of doing it. He's kind of keeping the numbers low for now. Damn, 2 slingers here just yet. So on this side, we see a scout coming here, and Genie still being completely open. I don't know if he's gonna be able to defend himself. On this side, it's hard to tell. Oh, some very greedy walls, I would say. This is a very big wall of trying. When you are already being rushed, that's kind of a greedy position. But we can see Bowman already being clubmans, and like, we got 5 clubmans and plenty of Bowman already. I would say this is just enough to just switch off to, like, to get the cavalry, the X-Men upgrade. But that's maybe just me. Who knows if he doesn't have the food? Maybe because he's being attacked now as well. The scouts coming this side, just picking off the units. Is Genie paying attention? Doesn't seem he's paying attention, and I don't think Mambu's paying attention as well, because it seems he's focusing more on the defense. Oh boy, and he has 1 tile just open here, which he quickly walls off, so it's a good position. 2 more scouts coming out. 2 villagers are gonna be picked off in here. He needs to wall off. How he exactly know my woodline? I don't think he exactly knew your woodline, to be honest. Like, let's hope he doesn't think he's sniping. I hope he's not. But you can see both players kind of fighting each other. You can see Frizzle's adding up some bowmen to his scouts, which I think is probably not a bad idea, but I wouldn't be. It would not be my first option either. I think maybe because he feared he was gonna make some X-Men as well. But we can see Frizzle making 2 more scouts, and he's kind of completely safe position. I have not looked at this island at his land just yet. He still has 1 gap in here that he has not been able to wall off, but I don't think that's a problem, especially because he's already found one of the painters. Right now, let's see how it's going. Both players from, well, at least Mambu seems to have found like a little safe zone. However, he's being pressured by this little rush Genie has. Mambu going full on wood, so for now he's gonna try to switch off to the water, try to get some fishing boats going up. On this side, we can see the aggression is still going, so more scouts running around, and Genie, this is Genie Archer. That's pretty interesting because Genie coming to lend a little bit of a hand to his teammate. Both players rushing Lucky now, and Lucky kind of in a tight spot because he's Lucky now making Bowman as well, and along with the slingers, and this is looking tough, I would say. Maybe he's gonna be able to defend himself, but still he's still on the rush, he's still open, but he's got plenty of food sources. He's got 1 stone miners even, so that he can work around. But Frizzle, I would say he's in a booming position right now. He's got plenty of dogs, and he's got plenty of walls, so he got a lot of space to work around. He might be able to switch to farms later on now that. But I don't think so, considering the food that he's getting from all these dogs. So he's just gonna abuse water on the time being. We can see Genie putting some pressure on the water now. You can see that he's starting off to make docks using the wood he's got here. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like he's getting a lot of going on in his land. He's having problems with it. He's got 2 bowmen and a scout getting in his land, and this is his only wood line, unfortunately. So he's better be paying attention. He needs to focus his fire, because right now these 2 bowmans are not much of a threat, are kind of a big threat, because he's the only thing that he's got harassing his wood. Very nice pick. He's got 1 more scout, 1 more bowman getting in, and hopefully he should be able to clean this up on this range. I don't see more aggressions happening this side. I don't know where his units went. Looks like they're coming back. Like they're gonna do some cleanup by the looks of it. Clean his land, get some terrain, and then starting to boom. He's getting water as well, so He's gonna have a good time booming. 35 population for Genie, and Frizzle 37 population. Lucky 41, so he's surprisingly doing quite well. But that's because of this linger count. This linger count is messing up, and he's cleaning up the rush from Frizzle. But it's gonna take him some time to get some aggression going on. And Mambu, no, that's it. Mambu with 34 population. So numbers kind of even. Everyone got rushed kind of a little bit, except for Frizzle. But everyone kind of keeping their position now. And now this is the time for going for bronze for Frizzle Maestros. So kind of expecting, considering like how clean his island was. But who knows? We'll see. I think he's the only one going for for bronze. Yeah, so Fizzle's gonna be the one continuing his offensive on Lucky's Island. And I think that's kind of enough, right? He has 2 stables in Lucky's Island, so he's gonna be easily able to clean them up once he gets like 3 or 4 caps. Let's see how it adds up for now. As for the comment that Genie was making, I don't think Mambu find his range immediately, because we saw that he was kind of here. But who knows? I want to believe that's a bit of paranoia. Okay, so we now see Frizzle hitting up the bronze right now. 2 cavalries coming right up, and we can see slingers are starting to move up. Where are they gonna move though? This is a dangerous situation because he's gonna leave his town completely defenseless, and there's a crossing here, and I think he's gonna try to move here. So we can see he's trying to like doing like a triple down. Lucky's gonna go full X-Men. The X-Men are coming from here, so it's gonna go X-Men and slingers and all coming to Frizzle's base. So Lucky's gonna like do a big shot on that island, but the cavalry here are already for Frizzle, and Frizzle, I don't know where his cavalry are. We can see at this the cavalries are right here, and they're gonna be able to clean up these units, this population. But Lucky is not ready, unfortunately. He's not even walled off, so cavalries are already picking up the population. A house wall coming up, but this is still open, unfortunately. So 2 more villagers will be going, and oh no, 4 villagers, because this is all open. He just has to focus the fire. Look at this. He's got all his stone, all these farms, all this placement. It's completely open, and the enemies are already here. And Frizzle, I think Frizzle should already have will by this point. Yeah, he does. Look at him go. So Frizzle right now being on the defense, but when the cavalries arrive at here, I think that's not gonna be able. It's not gonna be a problem. We can see a stable is already here. 2 more cavalry being popped up on the base. So just doing some cleanup on Lucky's Island. Lucky 40 population going down little by little to the 51 population of Frizzle. So Frizzle just getting himself on time with some quick walls. You remember that this is a big mess, but these are shank walls, so he can still get plenty of time. And unfortunately, Lucky was not paying attention, so he's got his gap closed. And I don't think there's any access to these units, unfortunately. On the side, we see Genie. Oh shit, big water from Mambu. I did not notice this, but looks like Mambu's amassing his ships as well. But Genie's getting some high tide go units going on. Oh, okay. What did I say? Yes, cavalries. The cavalries have arrived here to Lucky's offensive. Lucky going to bronze as well, so not kind of on a weak position, but he's already got some cavalries going up, and he's already being defended with some more walls. So unfortunately, this is gonna take a lot of time for him to get some value. On this side, we can see plenty of dogs from Mambu's side. So Mambu still getting some offensive going. trying to get some defense on the water. These are shipwrecks, but I think Genie has just enough. He just needs to focus his fire because he has a big mass on the top, but the main army of Mambu is right here. So very hard time for what Team RoD is having right now. This mass is completely fighting off. We can see 3 cavalry going down, and look at this. Very big mass. Keeping himself just in the game with this little mass, but I don't think this is a threat anymore. Considering once the slingers go down, this is gonna be... Okay, and they just call it. For there is lucky calling, there is sign not being able to penetrate the Shen walls. Unfortunate situation for these lucky players. For the RoD, both players from being completely harassed, and the cavalry was already in. I completely missed, but that's because... all because of the crossing. This crossing was not walled off, so he has access to this placement, and no one defended it. No one made some wall tiles in here, unfortunately, from the side of RoD. On this side, you can see Genie was a bit too open just yet. He could have easily walled this part and had this almost all this place for himself. So, a bit of a tough situation for these players, but good game, I would say. Cavalry is cleaning up the game. Let's take a look at the statistics of the military. We can see Frestel carrying off the kill count with 61, right next to Genie with 48. 38 for Mamba and 27 for Lucky. So, fortunately, in this side, the team of RoD is the one taking the losses with 10 and 38 losses. Population count 46 population for Frestel. That's kind of expected from Shang, to be honest. Mambu is following it up with 45. I think that's a lot of the ships that he's got at the beginning on that little crossing. Next, Genie, and finally Lucky. So Lucky keeping himself with offensive despite he's the one with the lowest villager count. That's pretty interesting, if you ask me. The timeline, we can see pretty balanced almost all of the time. Just a little started to narrow it down once the offense from Lucky was fading away, and after that Lucky really didn't have anything to keep on, unfortunately. A good game, very good game. Cap destroy all tool units except mass archer. Even mass lingers can hold themselves. Like it's just a matter of keeping yourself on the game. Teammate and spectator. Tienes frío, mi amor. No, ahorita voy.
Start the game already.
I think archers far better. Yeah, archers. Oops.
Yes.
I will. Okay. I kind of... What the hell is going on here?
Start the game already.
You kind of saw it, right? I was a spectator and it switched back to random. That's weird. That's very weird, but whatever. Ooh, Oasis. Finally. I was player 8, by the way. I was not player 1. But whatever. Finally, some Oasis action going on this tourney. We can see, starting off on the left side at 9, Lucky. Well, I was gonna say it's a berry start, but you can almost most of the time start with berries in here. It's not very common that you start with food, unless you're something special like Persian, but which we don't have. Right now we have Lucky with some berries as Phoenician. He's got some kind of a hit cramped gazelles on the left side. Another gazelle patch in here, and I would say kind of a far food position, not much to work around, considering this is Oasis is gonna be a tough situation for you. On the top side at 12, we got Mambu. Show the cat? No, she's sleeping right now. She's comfortable in the bed. Mambu is going off to the starting off with some berries as well. Very nice lurable gazelles coming as Greek. So Greek unfortunately do not have any particular bonuses until the tool age. Like the town centers want to work a bit faster, but I don't know if that comes into a big play in these kind of situations, especially because you're kind of doing something else, like you're attacking, you're defending, you're not booming, you're not making more villagers, unfortunately. On his map, we see some small gazelles coming off on the left side, and I think that's kind of it for the mainland. We got a very nice oasis, actually, with some very nice elephants, even some gazelles in here. I think he's gonna be able to find them real soon, so I would say these are his elephants because of how easily he can access them, how easily they are being to lures. So it's gonna be a very good start for the Greek player, I would say. On the left side, on the right side, I'm sorry, at 3, we got Genie with, jeez, look at all these gazelles. 3 patches of gazelles that can be easily accessed to him. He can easily lure this one out to the base, and he already had 1 elephant as well, so plenty of food for him is gonna be on the time being. So he can easily lure this to the base and just pet this one to probably this wood, which I think that's what he's doing. And he's gonna get food for days. It would be interesting to see if he's gonna go for any bronze play with all this food account, but I highly doubt it. Last but not least, we got Frizzle luring his gazelles as well, getting some not much of food, I would say. I think he's got some other gazelles on the bottom of this side, but I think that's kind of it, and some more elephants on the very back. However, he's already getting some exploration done in this side, so he's gonna try to move early on the center by the looks of it. So he's gonna find these gazelles and probably these elephants, and that's gonna be very good pickups for him. Both players, Mambo and Frizzle, playing houses on this side. Very interesting position right now. We can see 5 minutes in, and the populations are 18 for Mambo, 18 for Frizzle, 16 for Lucky, and 17 for Genie. So Lucky getting a bit of a hiccups. He probably took some trouble luring the gazelles that were all over here, and you can see he still got 1 gazelle bugged in there. I don't think he's gonna be able to pick up that one. So let's see how that one goes. How is he gonna be able to compensate? He's gotten some more food on the center, so he might be just fine. And looks like Frizzle is gonna be having his first pit on this side, which is very good for him. He's gonna be able to get with some gazelles as well, so that's a very strong position to start with a storage pit already safe on the base. Oh, by the way, Team Shadow Hydra Germany won the first one, so I didn't update the score. There we go. So we're 1-on-1. RoD took the first game that we didn't cast, unfortunately. Then right off we got the second game that was taken off by Shadow Hydra, and now we can see the third game is Oasis. Toolage coming for Frizzle. Let's see. I think everyone should be tooling as well. Lucky just clicked. Mambo is 20%. Genie 20% as well. So everyone's coming to tool as well, with Lucky being the latest one. Let's see how this one goes. We can see the migration coming up for Mambo. Mambo moving his speed right next to Stone, so he's probably trying to go for some slinger play. I don't think that's a coincidence. We can see, yeah, 2 people on Stone, so he's gonna be able to play. How much delay? I would say a lot of a delay. Halfway there. Frizzle, maybe not that much. Yeah, almost all players are here. But Frizzle having the advantage that his base is already... It's gonna be an easier time for him to set up his base being here, since considering that he's already got the first storage pit here. You can see his base is pretty much all alone. He's just getting food from these 2 gazelles, and they're almost all out of food. So everyone's starting to move up to the center. Lucky moving to the center as well. The only one not moving is Genie, but Genie got plenty of resources, so I don't think there's a need for him just yet. Wall's coming up, so he's probably thinking he's gonna try to wall some wall himself in this little base on the corner, which is not a bad idea. Paint coming up. He's got one stable, and Mambo little by little getting his walls up. So I don't think Genie is gonna be able to get much, unfortunately. Another scout coming up, stable coming up. So I was thinking it's gonna be for a brush play, but I think the walls are coming just for the defense, just to get extra wall tiles. More scouts coming on the side of Lucky. And Frizzle going for the slinger play by the looks of it, so it's gonna be hard to counter this with just one stable. And Lucky already having problems with the foot, but he's getting his walls up real quickly. He's just not getting it on the right position. Hopefully he can catch his on little well. Market coming up. Oh, he's gonna intercept this market by the looks of it, so not gonna be able to get him up on time, or is he? I don't think Frizzle is paying attention to... Oh, okay, now he's getting some quick walls going up. So now he's gonna defend himself. The market's going up, and the very important building, considering that he needs the upgrade from that side. Mambo completely walled off, getting one stable up, and already moving his town center to his base. So completely limiting himself to that position. Having some more villagers outside, and some scouts coming up this way. Genie getting some very greedy walls. That's gonna take some time for him to get. I don't think he's got the stone to get all of this, I think. But who knows? And we can see the scouts are moving in for this side to help Lucky. Look like Lucky just making up some units. But Frizzle has not walled off just yet. This is a very dangerous position. And Frizzle is completely in the open with two scouts running around in his base. He needs to pay attention to this. So now he's making an archery range and getting some wall tiles coming up. He needs to get some defense going up. In the time being, these scouts are going to be harassing these stone miners, but the only accessible position is to attack from this tile. So I wouldn't sweat myself too much. The scouts coming up this way. Frizzle needs to wall right now. These two holes are gonna get in the way, and very unfortunate situation because now the scouts are in for the side of Frizzle. Very slow wall off, and now it looks like he's running. He's gonna have to go for the run. He's getting some walls on. He's getting some aggression on the walls going on, but doesn't seem that there's gonna be any attack, any offensive from the team of Shadow Hydra. Oh boy, oh boy. So right now, on a run situation, no food for him. Look like Genie was able to completely wall himself off, so maybe Genie trying to go in for a boom position, maybe? But, oh, look, Frizzle. So some scouts from Genie are coming to this side. We can see that he's gonna be able to completely wall off himself again. But this is kind of still a big delay, considering that he lost a lot of time from just running around, and he's still just chopping wood. So his aggression is kind of faded away. Not much gonna be going on. Lucky going with one slinger count. He's already starting to make some farms. Frizzle better be paying attention because the repairmen are coming. Look like he's not, because the buildings are just... Yeah, unfortunately his attack has been completely denied for the time being, and he's not paying attention that his units are being attacked. So Frizzle, tough situation, not paying attention to the game, and losing one archer in his base as well. Genie already moving to the center as well, now that he's completely exhausted the resources that he's got from this base. Yeah, unfortunately he doesn't have that much, only a wood left. He still has the gold and stones, but that's not gonna be in use for the tool ward. You can see more walls coming up for Genie, so Genie needs to get some archers in his base. He doesn't have anything queued up. He just have 2 people on foot with all these people on farm, so he needs to start getting his farm production big time. And look at this. Lucky little by little starting to get more numbers on the side of Genie. On the side of Lucky, Genie is still having to scouts in here, not paying attention to his units. Fortunately, he's not getting value. There are still scouts harassing all these places. It's surprising that he's not using them, at least for defense. Having your scouts in here could get you a long way without the need of making bowmen. But it looks like both Genie and Mambu are just focusing on the boom. Lucky and Mambu are just focusing on the boom right now. Like 35 population. 30 population for Lucky. 35 population for Mambu. And Genie, 33 villagers. 30 population. How many archers? He's got 4 archers and 1 slinger. So he's trying to pump from every building he's got. Not a bad idea. Frizzle, 23 population. Frizzle's the one taking the hard time this, unfortunately. He's got plenty of farms he needs. He has plenty of stones, so he could use a lot of walls. Like, he tries to get some greedy walls, but he should at least try to get some, like, at least cover all these areas so that he got plenty of space to grow. And if you want to go even greedier, you can try walling all this place like this. This could easily be walled off if you place it right. But oh shit! The scouts got in. I completely missed where they came from, but looked like Genie getting very tough situation, being cleaned up from his own land, unfortunately. So I don't know what he's gonna do next. Mambu, I think Mambu's going for like a little bit of an expansion. Lucky moving as well. Lucky moving on the left with some houses in here. I think he's gonna do a paint later on. But yeah, Genie switching off to slingers, and look like he's still not gonna get any walls. I don't see it. I think he patched the hole, but it took him a lot of time because I don't see anything in here either. Oh, there's a hole here. I don't know if he left that on purpose, or I think he left that on purpose because the scouts are already out of there. You can see Frizzle was able to get a good wall on his side, so he's got plenty of terrain to boom. Mambu coming to tool right now, so I don't think either Genie or Frizzle are in a position for tooling. Yeah, both players focusing on the slinker count, and it's gonna be a tough situation because there's a lot of pressure coming on right now on this side. Look like bowmen are harassing the gold miners, but just very little bowmen, and the first cavalry is already out. More farm scout playing in the open for Mambu, so we can see both players are kind of going for the bronze. Yeah, Lucky's following up with the bronze, and Genie is sticking up with the slinger count, but he's only got 2 people on foot, so he's really not gonna be able to get anything out of this. Playing it completely in the open in the center, right next to his enemy, and with 2 cavalries already out, that's a very dangerous situation. And little by little trying to regroup his economy on his base, kind of patching the hole that he had, but troublesome numbers. Looking like the team RoD is getting the upper hand on this side, so it's gonna be a matter of time. You can see more slingers coming this side, trying to get on the stable, but you can see Lucky's 60% on tool on bronze, and with more stables on the back, that's gonna be a problem. So once these stables get in, the cavalries are just gonna keep coming and sweep the population, these slingers. Frizzle saving up his food, kinda. He's got 600 on the bank, so he's trying to go for a bronze player with 42 population. Genie is right now, fortunately, destroyed. Mambu learning free rule fast, it seems. Yeah, by the looks of it, it's looking like he's adapting pretty well, and he's getting... This is not gonna get anything. Like, no matter how much he micros it, this is gonna lose. Like that, unfortunately. Very unfortunately. And just now, Genie getting some walls after all the time, and he's got no farms. He's got some berries in here that he's not using yet. And he's got his 2 little bases in here and in here, but he doesn't have any economy really. You can see 5 on wood, 6 on wood, 4 on food, and all these idle villagers. So it's kind of on a tough situation. Probably focusing on the micro on this side, but looked like that did not get him a long way, unfortunately. So let's see. On this side, we saw that there was some slinger as well on this side. Looks like they moved up to on the top side, trying to get the market probably, or I don't know what he's trying to get. But there are already cheese tables out for Lucky, so Lucky is gonna be able to sweep this up real quickly as well. On this side, I think Frizzle should be bronzing. Yeah, Frizzle is 80% bronzing. He's been farming out for a while, so he might be able to do something about, or at least get some time for Genie to get himself in the game. Well, right now we can see. What the hell? There was an opening again. This was already closed off. I think the house. Okay, this house was destroyed, so it was not open. But there were house walls that were completely unattended, and they opened the gate for these cavalries to just sweep in. So more villagers on the run for Genie. Genie on a tough situation. 0 on food, 11 on wood, 2 on stone. So very bad economy, if you ask me. And we can see Frizzle is already with some cavalry coming out. Will coming as well. I don't know where is he going. Like, he's got 1 on stone. So his plan is gonna be interesting, I would say. He's got some paint. He's got a paint in the back of Mambu. So Mambu. Oh, they're just gonna call it, unfortunately. Oh, Mambu already had some stone throwers on the base. So yeah, tough situation. Genuine hole? Yeah, I know. A genie hole. Genie house. Probably. Both players. So, what happened here? I would say probably not much of aggression on the tour as they would have wanted. We see Team Shadow Hydra try to get the tool and get the game, but lucky both players from RoD were able to get some quick walls on themselves, and was able, for example, in Lucky's side, he was able to completely snatch all this terrain for himself and just boom to his content. Then he made some defense for the slingers, and even the scouts that he was running around with was able to get him plenty of time. He was able to get in here, he was able to get in here as well, which was pretty troublesome for both players. Mambu focused a lot on his early economy, and this, like, towers are not that good in the game, but in here I think they were pretty well. He kept himself off, and the scouts were not able to do anything, which forced Genie to switch to the slingers, which it's kind of a trouble situation because he did not have a safe economy to work around. So he was not getting the slinger count that he would have wanted to keep the pressure on. But overall, I would say pretty well played from Team RoD. And I think that's all I got to say. If there's anything you want to see, guys. Economy, we see 50 population for Mambu, 40 for Lucky, 23 for Genie. So Genie, you can see Genie fall behind. Even though he had a lot of food, we saw that he had like 3 patches of food and an elephant. So he had a lot to work around. And Frizzle with 34 population. So tough situation for the team Shadow Hydra Germany. It's Germany, right? It's GER. So that you can see 12 times. They were pretty much in the almost exact time. Just Lucky a bit behind because we saw that he had some bug gazelles. But if he had not, I would say this would have been a clean line. I think they're almost in the same line as well. And then we can see, so Mambu did not focus a lot on the offensive. He got one stable, I think, and with some scouts going around. And after that, it was just bronze. And Genie kept himself on the game despite all the attacks, but this last attack with the cavalry is just what killed him, unfortunately. And with both players in bronze, it was hard for Frizzle to just keep the numbers back up. So good game, everyone. I think I'll see you, I don't know if until Saturday. There are plenty of games on Saturday, even if I'm not casting. And you can see on Saturday we got let's see. On Saturday we got Dong Lao versus KGB A and KGB B versus Dong Lao. So Dong Lao fighting Brazil big time. Then on Sunday we got the defending champion versus Dong Lao and KGBB versus the defending champions. So plenty of game from the team of Dong Lao and KGB, and the defending champions. So be sure to pay attention to those on the following days. Hope we can play with you on Sunday. Yeah, I hope that as well. I know we had some troubles on the schedule from like both parties. So hopefully we can get something on Sunday as well. I would be, if there is, I would let you know, but I will not be casting that off because of obvious reasons. But that would be it, everyone. I think I'll see you on the next one. And that would be peace.